talking about what's the real issue here. You have today where all the snow is going down.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But do the problems start tomorrow, Thursday, or what?
I think tonight is going to be the night I'm most nervous about. Snowstorm is one thing because it's beautiful. You can play in it. It's the pipe bursting problems tonight as we drop into the low 20s and into the even maybe a few single digits on the North Shore. We'll also be watching for everything to refreeze. Doug was talking about that slush. That slush is not going to evaporate today, and it will likely just become a solid sheet of ice by tonight. So tonight is going to be completely a different ball game for travel. Even those back roads could just be a solid sheet of ice. I tell you what, though, this is truly remarkable. I just stepped out in our back parking lot in the quarter, and we've got snow drifts that come up, over 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches. Now, officially, and Brooke, I don't know if we could hit the snow measure device. I believe it's Weather Web is that one right there. I had to adjust my camera because the snow was getting so high. So this is about as official as you're going to get in the French Quarter. I set this up myself on my patio, and we just hit 6 inches back here, and I got a picture, and it's a uniform snow. This is not a snow drift. This didn't have any melting from the ground. It's built up a little bit, so that's about the craziest thing you're probably ever going to see in New Orleans in our lifetime. Is we're at 6 inches of snow. Guess what? We're not done. We probably have several more inches coming. And at the end of the day, we were calling for a forecast of 4 to 8 inches of snow. We may be on the upper end of that forecast. And I was talking to Cherise, and we were forecasting these things. And you say, okay, it's New Orleans. Yes, the data shows this, but let's get to reality and think this just doesn't happen. And well, it can, and it happened 130 years ago too. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. The snow is going to be with us probably for another 4 or even 5 hours. I think by about 5 o'clock it will be really winding down, but we're waiting for this back edge to move through, and it's just now to Lafayette, and it's not moving all that fast. Snowfall is probably going to accumulate several more inches. Temperature-wise, we're hanging on to 27 in Kenner, 27 in Belle Chase. The CBD side is not reporting anymore. It's a few degrees colder, 25 Hammond, 25 Picayune. Now, the snow has lightened up on the North Shore. I do think our bigger snowfall totals and additional accumulation are going to be more significant through the river parishes, the metro, and down here on the South Shore. So snowfall totals additional, we're probably seeing another inch possible north of I-12, maybe another 1 to 2 inches in Slidell. This is on top of what you already have, and maybe another 3 extra inches in New Orleans. If that were to happen, we end up with 9 inches of snow. The most snow ever recorded in New Orleans, I was chatting with the National Weather Service, back in 1963 when we had that snowstorm. Some of you remember that. We officially recorded 2.7 inches of snow out at MSY. We have flown past that. Then before that, the one that many people reference was that in 1895, we recorded 10 inches of snow at Audubon. That's really the only official site that we have. We're going to be making a run at that, and you could argue that that is the biggest snow that New Orleans has seen since this city was founded over 300 years ago. So this really is historic, and if we add another 2 to 3 inches to this, really just mind-blowing. And I hope you are, at least, if you don't want to go outside and do it and play in it, at least look out the window and say, well, that's something. So here's the deal. The snow's going to be with us for several more hours. I think by about 5 o'clock or so, you can see it's winding down and it's going to the east. We will start to clear out tonight. This is my concern tonight. There's no doubt about it. We're going to refreeze, and we're already at freezing, but we're going to be dealing with a hard freeze. The thing about a snowpack is it's going to drop your temperature maybe 10 degrees or 15 degrees below what you would be without the snow. That's why we see these just insane low temperatures tonight up on the North Shore of maybe the upper single digits. That's why Kentwood's colder than Macomb. Well, Kentwood, you got more snow than Macomb. Down here on the South Shore, we'll probably drop to around 20 degrees. Wouldn't be shocked for an upper T. The West Bank in the teens. The Bayou parishes from Morgan City to Houma to Lockport. Even Cocodrie and Galliano could drop into the teens tonight. Some of the coldest temperatures we've seen in many, many years, and this is what we're concerned with pipes. So if you do have pipe problems or you're concerned about it, you already need to be doing that stream because we are well below freezing already, and we're going to stay below freezing. It doesn't matter what time of day. Water is water, and 32 degrees is the temperature that water freezes. So this is what we're dealing with for the rest of today. Tonight, we're going to see temperatures below freezing, and even for a big chunk of tomorrow, we're going to be below freezing. So the snow clears out. Wind chills are going to stay rough. We feel like we're in the teens right now as the winds are blowing. It almost feels like a blizzard out there, and winds will settle down a little bit tonight, but that just means it gets even colder. calmer winds, clear skies, snowpack. That's where I'm getting at with this being just an insanely cold night. Now tomorrow, when does this all clear out? We were talking about earlier how quickly do the roads thaw. Now sunshine can really do a lot of work for you. Even if it stays cold, sun beaming down on those roads, it can really do a lot of work and do some defrosting. With that being said, if we have 6 to 8 inches of snow across some of the area and on roadways, it's going to take a little time for this to thaw out. And so you may see some melting tomorrow, but then you see refreezing Wednesday night. And I have another hard freeze Thursday morning. So we are not done with this. It is not going to be over after tomorrow morning. Once again, tomorrow morning, it is going to be dangerously cold. Please make sure you're checking on anyone vulnerable. You cannot leave pets outside. Check in on the elderly. You be safe. Make sure if your power does go out, you're staying safe and staying warm in a safe way. Don't be lighting any fires in crazy spots. Space heaters, you know all these rules. And also, carbon monoxide detectors are going to save lives this weekend. So please make sure you've got working carbon monoxide detectors. I just installed 3 new ones. You don't want to play around with the silent killer. You can't smell it. You just go to sleep. You don't wake up. Sounds a bit dramatic, but it's the truth. It really is a scary thing. So we're going to be cold tonight. Thursday morning, it's still so cold. We probably still have at least some snow on the ground. It's going to be odd that there's snow on the ground for multiple days, but that's the reality of this event. And those mid-20s on the South Shore mean a hard freeze is possible again by Thursday morning. North Shore certainly dealing with that potential for a hard freeze. Now, once we get into Friday morning, I hate to report, I still think we're going to have some freezing temperatures, maybe even a hard freeze on the North Shore, low 30s on the South Shore. And yes, then Saturday morning, I have another freeze potential, maybe a hard freeze. It's just the way the week's going to go. We have a freeze all the way until Saturday morning. And then here we go. Rejoice Sunday morning. We're in the 40s and not even a couple upper 30s well north of I-12. So not a big deal there. And then by Monday, it's going to feel like a heat wave. Afternoons will be in the upper 60s and we've got some rain in our forecast. So our 7-day weather impact alerts the rest of this week, better safe than sorry with our freezes. The snow is continuing to accumulate. Just my latest kind of analysis here, I think we'll add another 2 to 3 inches of snow on the South Shore, another 1 to 2 inches of snow on the North Shore. That's with what you already have. And then as we get into tonight, everything refreezes. All that sloppy mess on the road becomes a solid sheet of ice. Tomorrow morning, probably worse than this morning for the drive. We do have those dangerously low temperatures. We get up to 37 tomorrow with sunshine. That'll help melt off a little bit. Thursday, we'll certainly start to see the melting ramp up. And then